In this video, we're going to cover making a 4x6 postcard in Photoshop. I've already loaded the template from PrintPlace for a 4x6 postcard. If you don't have a template, you should be able to find the proper dimensions to make your image from your printing company. One important thing to note is that if you look at the image size of this image, its resolution is currently 300 pixels per inch, which is what most print companies are going to want and should already be set from your template. So the first thing we need to do is insert our background image. I like this photo of picnic table, so I'm going to drag that over and drop it on top. You'll notice now that we can no longer see our printing guidelines. But if we move to the background layer, first we place that file, then we move to our background layer, we're going to press Command A and then Command C to copy. And now I'm going to create a new layer and Command V to paste that into the new layer. This allows me to drag the new layer on top of the image and then change its opacity to 20%. So now we can see where our border lines are. Now we can take the image, selecting the image layer again, we can press Command A to select all of that and move the image around. As long as we keep image inside the red box, we're good. So the image doesn't have to go all the way to the edge of this template. It just has to go all the way to the red line. So I'm going to place the table here. And we can use Command D to deselect. Now, you can use the text tool to add any text that you're interested in having on your image, such as "Call us today." Once you have a general idea of where your safe area is, you can also turn off the layer that you have on top so that you can see your text better. I'm going to move the text down to this corner. Now you'll note that we can't read the text very well right now. But if we take the text tool, you can change the text to white, which will help it some. And one of the other things you can do is, using the rectangle tool, you can create a rectangle, move it behind your text layer, and then give it a very light opacity. Doing that will allow you to lighten the area behind your text, which will make your text more readable. Being white text, you wouldn't want to lighten it very much, but using black text, you could lighten it significantly. At this point, you could add any other images or text that you wanted, and you could also get your company logo and drop that on there. Holding the Shift key will allow you to resize this and keep it in the proper proportions. Just be sure you let go of the dragging before you let go of Shift. Now I need to place this and turn my layer back on so that I can see my safe lines. You can then select that layer again and move this image around. So I'm going to place my logo right below the "Call us today" mark. And you'll notice that the green safe lines is below the text of Klingman Design. So I know it's safe to have that there. Now, once you finish editing everything, you're going to want to select the extra layer that you've made with the printing guides and delete that layer. And then you also want to select your background, press Ctrl A, and then press Delete. Fill that with your background color so that you do not have any of the context present. And then you can save the file. Chances are your company's not going to accept a PSD file, but they may accept a PDF, or you can save it as a JPEG. And then once you have saved it, you can then upload that file to your print shop, and they should give you a proof which you can use to double check that you got everything inside the guidelines. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please use the Contact Us form on the website.